Hey guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. It's 4:59, about 30 seconds left here until 5 a.m. New York time here on Monday, May 22nd. Again, it is Monday today, and I'm watching the EU this morning. A little Forex action. Things are very, very quiet in the index market. I'm watching the EU here. Hope everybody had an amazing weekend. Getting back into the swing of things here for this week. You'll see this is the daily chart here. We got a bullish colored candle, a white candle, but very much an inside day from Friday so far, but it's early. But I'm watching this 30-minute chart here, looking for a zone reversal trade. You'll see we have this fresh zone here below, and now we're in this range looking to potentially break above the high of the prior candle here on the 30-minute chart. So I'm going to bring in the 3-minute. This is the 3-minute chart here. So we have the daily, the higher time frame, and then breaking down into this potential bullish action continuation in the 30-minute, and now down to the 3. I'm using the 3-minute this morning. There are 10 of these candles for every one of these, right? 30 and 3. And watching this now for a potential break above. This is a 20 EMA, by the way. Later on, certainly when New York gets underway in well over 4.5 hours, in 4.5 hours, yeah, I will move this 20 EMA. I'll change that over to a VWAP, a volume weighted average price. But for now, there's not really enough data in my books to worry too much about what the VWAP is telling us. So I use just simple EMA there, not a big deal. It's actually an exponential EMA, but it's simplistic in that regard. So looking now for a break above here, guys. If we get that, I may take a long here. Just try to get about 10 pips out of this. And at the same time, I'll try to remember how to speak English here after a weekend of not talking as much. Just getting some things done this weekend. And now, getting back to the charts. So you'll see we are now into this new 30-minute candle. We're 2 minutes in. And I'll be watching this nice bottom wick here. If this continues and breaks above here, I'll likely not just look for a flip of itself, but I'll likely look for a break above here. And so what that would look like is something along these lines right here. Not much movement at all here this morning. You can see this is 10 pips. All right, takes quite a bit. That's how slow this market is this morning. All right. We'll pretend that this is what we're looking at here for now. Just copied and paste that over to the 30 minutes so we can see it on both time frames. It's helpful to give some perspective in terms of what we're looking at. All right. Watching this now. See if we can get this flip. Bear with me for one moment. Just going over to my own platform. Make sure my brackets are ready to go here. And they are. Buy. Stop. All right, live and kicking. It's a live order now, guys. Looking for that flip. This would be a zone reversal trade. Reversing from this zone marker right here and trying to make its way up higher, at least to close this candle here. If we can close that blue candle, then good things happen. Live order now, guys. Let's delete some of this mess here. Looking to get triggered in now. We'll see. Looking for that push. I'm not triggered in yet. And I'm in, guys. I'm in. Targeting 82.29. 82.29. All right. And now we wait. First trade of the week. First trade of the day, obviously. So I'll put you on pause here, guys, so you don't have to sit through this grind, and I'll bring you back if I have something to add from a philosophical standpoint or from a mechanical standpoint, right? Pause now. All right, guys, we're back. A few minutes have passed here. You can see we have prices moving a little bit higher. We're on our way. They're going slowly. I mean, this whole thing is 10 pips, right? So it's a very quiet morning, as I mentioned. But you can see we have this bullish colored daily candle, right? We actually did just peak above Friday's high earlier in the day, and that was it. And it was rejected, but now we're getting this move back up again. And so we got the daily flow in our direction, and then we're dropping down to a lower time frame from the daily to the 30-minute, as I mentioned, having bounced and rejected several rejection wicks here, by the way, guys, here all in the European session, which we're still in. It's 5:14 New York time, and so we're very much in the European session still, and moving our way up now. And then, of course, we have the break of structure here on the lower time frame, which is the 3-minute, right? 30-minute on the left-hand side bottom and 3-minute on the right-hand side. So we had this pull down, impulse wave down, a rally attempt, and then failure to reach a new low, and then a break above. This could have been an entry as well, but it wasn't for me, so I wasn't watching the market at the time. And then another pullback, another failure. So this is another higher high, right? So a low, then a higher low, and then a higher low. I think I said higher high a minute ago, but I meant higher low. And then we have a subsequent higher high. That's probably what I was looking at when I said that, but you get the idea. So we have a series of higher highs, 1, 2, 3, and now 4, this newer one, after getting into the trade, right? And a series of higher lows. That's moving in the right direction. Doesn't mean it can't turn around right now and drive down, in which case we'll have to manage the trade either by taking a small loss, perhaps moving our stop in a little bit, or jumping out, which is something I don't typically do, but we'll manage that. The goal now is to get a little closer to this prior high here, at which point that would be a double top and price will become vulnerable to a sell-off. But it could happen any time through here, and that's what we're managing. I'll put you back on pause and bring you back as the trade matures. Before I do, I'm just going to move this marker over. I left it here, of course, so you could see why I was entering here, the break above. But now that we've actually entered, there's the entry right there. This one can come over too, because that's the actual entry candle. Hope that makes sense. And I'll put you on pause, bring you back. I'm pushing higher now. We have a new high in the move, pardon me. And so watching this thing play out, always a good idea, if possible, to have all time frames telling you the same story, multiple time frame confirmation. Let me go see what the indices are doing here this morning. Now again, we're still in the UK session or the European session, so these are the US indices. A 1 minute chart here. Very sloppy, messy on the NASDAQ here, and the same on the S&P. You can see how choppy those candles are. Quiet day so far. Let me just equalize these. It just makes it a nicer graphic. I'm going to pull this down. This makes it a little easier to compare. See that there? So the NASDAQ trading at or just below VWAP. S&P and Dow higher. The Dow being the strongest performer here this morning. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're all basically flat though. As a matter of fact, they are, all three of them are flat. Neither up nor down really to speak of. They're sitting at 0 for the future session. So a very quiet Monday here so far. That EU trade is very sluggish right now too. So I'll put you back on pause, guys, and bring you back. And pushing up a little bit more, a new high. What I am going to do, guys, is tighten my stop from where you see it here to below this shift candle that actually broke above this prior pivot here on the 3 minute chart. I'm just going to tighten that a little bit. Actually, it's fairly significant, so significantly reducing the amount of risk on the trade from an R value standpoint and from a pip standpoint, obviously. So now risking 3.9 pips, if you will, call it 4 pips, to make 10. And back on pause. And just pushing up here now a little bit. I don't know if we can get this thing closed out anytime soon. It's been a while. Again, each of these candles are 3 minutes in length, and so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 3-minute candles so far, not including the trigger candle, so that could be called a 10th. We've been sitting here for a while. Fortunately, I've been saving you from some of this grind by putting it on pause, but you can see how this is playing out. And I'll put you back. Hopefully I don't miss hitting the target here. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have, but I always like my viewers to see the entry and the exit. And sometimes we chat during the trade here, talk a little bit about what's going on and how to manage impulses throughout the trade, which is the real game of trading. Very little to do with the mechanics of entries and exits, and almost everything to do with how you're managing what's going on between your ears. The inner game. Trying to push higher here. Just hit a new high there for the move. And daily trying to push up. Patiently waiting. Move you back over to focus on the 30-minute here for a moment. Now the reality is, because this market is so sluggish here this morning, there is a case to be made to take profits here, just inside actually of this body here, which would be probably about 8 pips. Yeah, it would be 8 pips. But I'm going to hold out for the 10 here, I think, this morning. Might end up costing me, but we'll see. Here we go, pushing up. Excuse my voice, by the way, guys. Very dry air in here this morning. And I'm not speaking very loudly. I apologize, though, kind of the whispering. The rest of the world here is very much asleep and resting in the New York zone here, Eastern Standard Time. But I've been up since about 2:45 a.m. this morning, as is often the case, given that I traded London and New York for years, and now I'm struggling to shift my sleep schedule over to the New York time zone only. So I saw this opportunity this morning. I thought I would take it, even though it's before the New York zone. My Telegram group starts only at 8 a.m. They actually voted on that. They wanted me to start later because many of them are missing a lot of the content that I was providing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, my time. And so I agreed to do that. So now my start time is 8 a.m. Welcome to join the group, guys. It's free. I don't charge for anything. Here we go. Done, guys. 10 pips. Great way to start the week and start the day. First trade. And nice, easy, clean setup. Very self-explanatory, I hope. If not, I hope I've explained it to you here as we go. Multiple time frames, daily, 30-minute, and 3-minute. Have an amazing day and have an amazing week. We will talk soon, guys. Click the like button if you don't mind, and maybe the subscribe and the notification bell. It helps us get the message out. Only been doing this since October and getting quite a nice following, which I'm really, really grateful for, and all the kindness and warmth and friendship that you are bringing to my life. Thank you, guys. Take care.